Alright, y'all. What is up? Welcome into yet another day of picking baseball games. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Yesterday, guys, I believe we went 7-2 or 8-2. I don't know. It is one of those. But yeah, either way, we had a very, very good day yesterday. Guys, let's hop right into today. We had a tougher slate. We got a couple of pitchers making their first start back from the IL. Let's hop right into it. Alright, guys, getting things started today. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Eduardo Rodriguez is making his first start back off the IL against Ben Lively, who's 10-6 with a 3.4 ERA. I will be taking the Guardians today. I just don't know how it's going to go for Eduardo Rodriguez. He's making his first start since July of last season, and it's now August 2024. Look, I just don't think it's going to go good for Eduardo Rodriguez today against a powerhouse Cleveland Guardians offense. For that, give me the Guardians today. Getting straight to my lock of the day, we got the San Diego Padres taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Dylan Cease is on the mound today against Bailey Falter. I will be taking the Padres as my lock of the day. Dylan Cease has been that guy in his last 7 starts. He has a .35 ERA. And Bailey Falter, he's 5-7 with a 3.95 ERA. Against the Padres, righty heavy lineup. I think it's going to go great for the Padres today. So for that, give me the Padres as my lock of the day. Our next game, we got the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Miami Marlins. Nick Lodolo is on the mound today against Max Meyer. I will actually be taking the Cincinnati Reds today. Nick Lodolo, the Reds have lost his last 6 starts. You got to go back to July 6th when Nick Lodolo won his last start. Yes, exactly a month. But yeah, I like what I've seen out of Max Meyer. He's 2-1. He's 2-1 with a 3.81 ERA. But the Reds, they got a big one yesterday, and I think they can keep it going. Our next game of the day, we got the San Francisco Giants taking on the Washington Nationals. Hayden Birdsong is making his first start back from the 10-day IL against Mackenzie Gore, who's 6-9, nice, with a 4.54 ERA. Of course, I'm taking the Giants. The Giants, they are 8-2 in their last 10. The Giants are rolling right now. They got a big one yesterday, 4-1. I don't care if Hayden Birdsong is coming back off the IL. Mackenzie Gore just has not been good this season, and for that, of course, give me the Giants. Our next game, we got the Los Angeles Angels taking on the New York Spankies. Davis Daniels on the mound today against Luis Gil. Of course, I'll be taking the Yankees. Luis Gil's been dynamite this season. He's been nasty. He throws a 95-mile-an-hour changeup. That's how you know he's disgusting. But yeah, of course, I will be taking the Yankees. Our next game, we got the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Grayson Rodriguez is on the mound today against Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett has been a machine for getting absolutely shelled. And I just think it's going to go great for the Orioles today. Grayson Rodriguez is on the mound, like I just said. He's been very good against the Blue Jays this season. In 2 starts, he's only given up 1 earned run. I think it's going to go great for him. And Chris Bassett in his last 3 starts, he is an 11 ERA. Most of that was from his Tampa Bay start where he gave up like 8 or 9 earned runs. But yeah, of course, I'll be taking the Orioles. Our next game, we get the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Atlanta Braves. This is my underdog pick of the day. I'm going to be taking the Atlanta Braves. Look, Colin Rea has been spectacular, but the Brewers could not figure out Bryce Elder for the life of them. And Bryce Elder's pitching today for the Atlanta Braves. At home, Bryce Elder's been very, very good in his career and very, very good at home this season. It's where his road ERA comes into his season ERA being so high. But yeah, Bryce Elder's starting to figure it out. The Brewers could not figure him out. And for that, I'll be taking the Braves as my underdog pick of the day. Next game of the day, we got the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Jeffrey Springs is on the mound today against Sonny Gray. I will be taking the Rays. The Rays are rolling right now. The Rays just took 2 out of 3 from a rolling Astros team right now. And Sonny Gray, I know that he's been good as well. It's going to be an absolute dogfight this game and this whole series, but I think it's going to go good for the Rays and Jeffrey Springs. Our next game, we got an ALCS rematch. We got the Houston Astros taking on the Texas Rangers. Speaking of pitchers making their first start back, Tyler Mahle, that's a name you haven't heard in a long time. He's making his first start back since, I think, 2 seasons ago. Yeah, Astros win today. Framber Valdez has been absolute dynamite, especially against the Rangers in his career. In his career against the Rangers, he's made 13 starts, and he has a 2.2 ERA in those 13 starts. And Tyler Mahle, I think he's going to get absolutely shelled by the Astros lineup that has been all right so far. I know the Rangers walked off the Astros yesterday by Josh Smith, but I have a really bad feeling about the Rangers and Tyler Mahle today. Our next game, we got the Minnesota Twins taking on the Chicago Cubs. Pablo Lopez is on the mound today against Shota Imanaga. I will be taking the Minnesota Twins. I just can't trust Shota Imanaga. He's been super inconsistent, and Pablo Lopez, despite him giving up so many home runs, he has actually been better lately, and Pablo Lopez is starting to figure it out. For that, I'll be taking the Twins. Our next game, we got the Boston Red Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals. Brian Bayo is on the mound today against Seth Lugo. I will actually be taking my favorite team, the Boston Red Sox, today. Brian Bayo has actually started to figure it out lately. He is on the season. He's still 10-5 with a 5.3 ERA, but he has been a lot better lately. In his last 4 starts, he's only given up 3 earned runs in those starts, and no less, the last time the Red Sox faced Seth Lugo, he got pounded. Seth Lugo got pounded for 5 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings on that Sunday game. Now the Royals would not be coming back, but the Red Sox would still win that game. Look, I just don't think it's going to go good for Seth Lugo today. The Red Sox hit righties very, very well, and for that, I will be taking the Boston Red Sox today. Our next game, we got the New York Mets taking on the Colorado Rockies. Luis Severino is on the mound today for the Mets against Kyle Freeland. This is a layup for me. Give me the New York Mets. The Mets got a big win yesterday. I called it. I said that the Mets were going to beat the crap out of the Cardinals, and what they do, the Mets won 6-0. Look, I think the Mets are going to grab another big win. The Mets have been hitting the ball very, very hard, and if you guys know one thing about Coors Field, the ball absolutely flies. So for that, I will be taking the New York Mets today. Our next team, we got the Detroit Tigers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Of course, give me the Mariners today. Luis Castillo is a different pitcher at home. Luis Castillo is that guy at T-Mobile Park. He's amassed 8 of his 9 wins, 8 of his 9 pitching wins, that is, at T-Mobile Park. And at T-Mobile Park this season, Luis Castillo has 10 starts, and he has a 1.1 ERA. And Keter Montero this season, he's 1-5 with a 6.18 ERA. It's not going to go good for the Tigers today. Of course, give me the Mariners today. Our next game, we got the Chicago White Sox taking on the Oakland Athletics. I think the A's keep it going, and the White Sox keep up their losing streak of losing 21 straight. Yes, guys, the White Sox have lost 21 straight, and that's all I have to say. Of course, the A's win. Our last game of the day, we got the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Christopher Sanchez, he was pretty good last time when he faced the Los Angeles Dodgers. But I think the Dodgers got a big win yesterday. I think this is going to be a home team wins the series, home team sweeps. That's what it's been for these powerhouse matchups all season. And the Dodgers keep it going today with Clayton Kershaw on the mound. Guys, that will end today's episode. Make sure you guys go check out my IG at Big Four Sports Podcast. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good one.